Hello there, everybody. How y'all doing today? It is now May. We finished up yesterday with planting the sorghum. We still need to pick up some hay. And I, between episodes, went out here and just show you what I did. I picked up all the trees out of there and hauled them in. And man, that was pretty rough. Some of the trees were so big, those big trees that are those like those that are out there still in the chicken pen. They're so big, I had to cut them up in 3, 4, or 5 pieces for this thing to handle it. And they were all crisscross and stuck together and everything. It was just a pain. Also did a little bit of cleanup. I moved the lime over here. Put the fertilizing seeds over there. I still need to do more cleanup, but well, we'll get that done. This is more of a temporary yard anyway. So, what's on deck for today? Well, the Unimog is already down there with the trailer. And so we're going to go pick up those bales, take them over to the sheep pen. Oh, and by the way, while I was moving trees, if you look right back up over here, my bag lifter, it got knocked down there. I don't know how I'm going to get that. I don't know if I can drive through there. I might just climb down there with a chain and winch it out. I don't know. Also going to get the mower on the... Yeah, get out of the way, trees. Get the mower on the skid steer and lower that down. How are we on chicken feed? We're going to have to buy some, I think. Let's just take a quick look here. Do we... 1.8 months. We're going to have to buy some before our sorghum's ready. 175 and about to have some more. Well, it looks like the sorghum is up. Looks like I got it planted in all kinds of weird ways, but you know, I guess it is what it is, right? Alright, so I will most likely time lapse this. Because this might take a little bit. And so, before we do, how's everybody doing? I'm recording this on a Saturday. And in my area, here in Texas, it's a pretty nice day. It's supposed to rain later, and this time of the year the rains can get to be pretty rough, so not sure what's going to happen with that. But next week is spring break for the kids, so they're all looking forward to that. And what else? Sorry, I had to cough. I had to mute the mic. Oops. Alright, we're going to get these loaded here. Like I said, I'm going to time lapse this. And I'll see you back when we're done. Alright, we got this one last one left to load, and then we will go over and get the other ones. And get those in the barn. Alright, first thing, let's get these straps on here. Alright, get a strap on here. Excuse me. I have kind of a persistent cough. Something I eventually need to get taken care of. I don't know why that was up when I parked it. The ramps were. I don't know why they keep undoing. Alright, let's get over here. It probably was, I don't know if you could tell during the time lapse, but I was noticing that there's some, looks like there's some weeds in the sorghum field, and we're going to need to take care of that. If I can afford it, I think I have in mind what to get, but I don't know if I can afford it at this point. Once we get all this hay moved, then we'll Well, words. Come on, speak. Speak, Skeeter, speak. It's English. Your first language. Um, there we go. What was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. Let me run back over and get this guy. Don't let me forget. I'm just going to drive on the farm road there, so I'll have to pay my road tax. So yeah, I think so the plan so far, we'll get these bales taken care of, and I'm gonna get these unloaded, and then at some point I'm going to jump cut, get the rest of them from the field, and then we'll go back to the yard and we'll get the wood loaded over there, take that to the sale, see what our money situation looks like, and then we'll oh my, it actually picked up 2 this time. Couldn't do that for me before. See what our money situation is, and then see about getting us some goats and sheep. Get started moving forward in the goat in the shepherd tier. Stack these right here. We'll only use these. We probably won't need that many of these anyway, to be honest. Got a lot of meadow there, but once we get a lot of goats and sheep in there, might be they might eat a lot and run out of meadow. Plan is to just let them eat the meadow grass till it runs low, and then I can feed them this hay. Whoa! Didn't see that there. I think I could have parked the Unimog in the trailer in a little bit better spot. Also, I think, I don't know, I was thinking that I might bring a skid steer over here and just leave it over here for handling, and these camera collisions are just horrible. Apologize for that, but just have to blame Giants. I think there's a mod that'll disable that or make it better. Now I have to say, this is the way to handle little bales. I used to think that, come on, Skeeter. I used to think that dealing with these was too much trouble, especially by hand. And then, excuse me. Then there's a few trailers that work at picking up the smaller ones. Oh, now that's real good. How's that going to work? But kind of when it comes to the auto-loading bales, I mean, I think if you do something like, you know, like when I was a kid, we had helpers that would go along beside the trailers and trucks. How come you're still stuck there? Oh, now that's not a very pretty job. Jeez Louise, man. Skeeter, come on. You are having problems today. You're getting to see Skeeter at his worst. Man, all this camera clipping. If we can just get one bale, not two. That's it. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm doing. I swear I've done this before. I'm gonna have to go to a specialist and find out what I can do, what kind of stuff I can start taking. To get rid of this cough. So, okay. So we got sorghum planted, but we're gonna have to buy some chicken food. So we're gonna need to sell the wood. Then what we have on deck after that is we're gonna buy some goats and sheep, get this shepherd tier going, and then we're definitely going to need a weeder. I think I can get a weeder for a decent price. I have one in mind that I've used quite a bit before. And then we're going to get up that high. Nope. Then so then after the weeder, we need to start working on getting our harvester. And save up for that, figure out what we're going to do for that. And then we can we definitely won't have the money to get the harvester today, but we will be able to we'll look and see how much we need to start saving and everything. So that's what the plan is for today. So tell you what, I am going to jump cut, and we're going to go out there and get all those and bring them up here, and then I'll be right back. All right, they're stacked. Not too pretty, but not too bad. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 17 bales at 8,400 each. Oh, that'll last a little while. Let's see. Let's drop off. Get all of our hay baling and mowing equipment over here, maybe. Let's take this back over to the farm, or the yard, I guess. Not really a farm. I guess it kind of is. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, the edge of the map is just on the other side of that road right there, and I'm probably not gonna touch any of those trees. I'm going to tell you, all the trees that are left in here, plus some that I haven't even touched over there behind the pasture, the sheep pasture over there. I've got enough trees in here to last a very long time. And there's actually 300,000, almost 350,000 liters of wood in the distributor. So, I don't know. I'm also kind of thinking about putting in, I'm going to do a little research, I think. Well, one thing we're going to do is, I know, well, no, I'll do the research. I'm pretty sure that wood beams are the #1 seller. And so, might switch to just maximizing my profit with that, but I also need to look at the carpentry for furniture. If I'm not mistaken, furniture actually is a better, more efficient and better value for the amount of wood it uses than the wood beams, but I'll have to figure that out. That'll be something to do between now and next time. Maybe I'll do the calculations and draw them up and like put them on the screen for you so you can see what my thought process is on that. Don't want the goats and sheep to get out when we get them. All right. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to jump cut this, and I'll bring you back when we're selling. You've seen me load these before. Well, not my best loading job, but it's on there. Let's get everything, make sure it's all strapped. Okay, now quick look to see where everything goes. Are we still drummered 1? Planks. Planks long. And wood beams. Drummered 1. All right. Let's go. I will see you at Drummered 1. All right, here we are. I had to remind myself which one was Drummered 1. Ooh. I think I see something. I'm going to have to check it out in a minute. Something caught my eye. All right, we're up to 34,000. And I saw what looked like a glowing orb. And you know what that means. You see it right over there? Almost missed it. I know I've driven past here a bunch of times, and I just haven't seen it before. Ah, I needed that. Definitely will be able to get the weeder and some sheep and goats. Alright, I will see you back over at the yard and at the goat pen. Actually, we'll get us our goats and sheep. Well, I keep making the wrong turn and coming in here, and when I did, I saw something. It's Skeeter's lucky day. Definitely lucky. I watch everybody else's episodes when they do, and I do see them when they collect them, and so it kind of does spoil that. But those two I have not seen collected anywhere. And when I do know where they are, I don't just go and grab them. I will, if I happen to drive by, then I'll pick them up if I happen to see them. But I definitely do not go out of my way to find them, and that was not the intention of pulling in there. So, anyway, back at the farm. All right, here we are. Now, I have a self-imposed rule that I am not going to buy more than 25 animals of one kind in 1 month. So that just makes it to where I probably could. I mean, let's see. If I wanted to get 100 sheep, I could see. I could probably get 100 of each, and boom. But that just doesn't sit well with me. Makes it a little too easy. So I'm going to get 50 sheepies. And I'm going to get me 50 goats. Oop, back up. Now the goats are a little more expensive. But they're good. Now, they need water. And I have something for that. That makes that really... Sorry about that. My daughter was calling. Okay, what are we looking for? Aha. And this is a, what do you call it, crossplay type thing. It works on PC and console. And it is, excuse me, it is essentially a silo. My fence is a little off. I usually use snapping, but I want to kind of line this up with the fence right here. Yeah, and it overlaps. That's okay. We're going to do free mode and place it. Boom. Now you will see, you come over here, you see there's like 1 billion gallons, let's see, yeah, 1 billion gallons of water in here. So this little guy will, if you place it close enough to another area, it will do that as well. It'll work with productions. It works with just about anything. So it's really cool. So we got water, sheeps and goats. And let's take one look here. Look at the animales. And this thing only looks at what's in the food, not the doesn't incorporate the meadow. So 5,000 liters a month. So got like all year long with 100. I was supposed to get 25 of those each, not 50. Oh well. That's what I had in my mind, but then I bought 50, so uh, next time we'll buy 25. I don't want to just jump it so fast that we just keep moving on. Got to keep up with being ready for stuff. One last thing before we go. Might be a little bit longer than what I intended for it to be, but let's check the sale. If there's anything good in here, should always check the sale. Do 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 do. No chicken feed or anything. So with what we've got left, let's go down here. Do that. Sorting. And this is what I'm looking for. Right here. This is a weeder. Nine meters. We'll load it up with all the options. We'll buy that. And we'll pick that up next time. Also, should go ahead and get some animal feed in here. To get the... Why is stones in animal feed? I don't get it. Oh, look at that. How much would 12,000? Let's go ahead and get that. We'll pick that up next time too, because we have run out of time for today. So, friends, that's it for now. Thank you for stopping by, and just like to say, if you like the episode, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, if you would subscribe. And I don't have the list in front of me again for the other content creators who are doing this challenge as well, so please look in the description and go check out their sites, their versions of the challenge. I have been watching every single one of them, and I've enjoyed every one of them, so I highly recommend them. And so that's it for Cousin Skeeter for today. And that's going to do it for today. Skeeter's got more work waiting tomorrow. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button, and I'll see y'all next time.